I think people are really disillusioned with how much $1 million is, much less the 1 billion. And I say this because I don't think people can genuinely grasp just how much one singular fucking $1 billion actually is. If that one rice grain was $100,000, right? And now let's be very real. Y'all know how much y'all make in a fucking year. Go ahead and let's start doing the fucking math. 1 million, right, would be 10 of them bitches. And let's go ahead and see how long it would take to earn 1 million. Let's just go ahead and put this in perspective. It would take you 10 years, right, working full time, making $50 an hour. That's more than 99% of what people fucking make in this country, right? And I'm not saying this from a position of being envious of wealth, because I am somebody who genuinely would love to acquire and accrue it, and I'm working towards that, right? But I'm just trying to put some shit into perspective for people to start fucking thinking about something, right? It would take 10 years to earn one singular $1 million at 50 an hour. And I mean, people who earn 20 an hour, they're making some, they got a pretty decent buck to them. They got a decent enough lifestyle for the most part. 20 hours is not bad to say, to say the least. So let's take that in perspective. It would take you now 10 years at 50 an hour to earn 10 little grains of rice. That is a fucking billion. That right there is a fucking billion by contrast, right? And each one of those grains of rice is 100,000. So I say this to say that whenever people want to have conversations about wage and this and how we shouldn't raise minimum wage because of this and we should be playing it, that conversation isn't even relevant. It's not relevant. We're not even, that's like looking at a fire and then poking a hole in the ground in Canada where when your house is in America. It's not relevant, because I don't think anybody truly fathoms just how rich these companies are, and that they're giving us a penny wouldn't even be comparable to how much we're getting by contrast to these companies and the people that own them. And I say this to say that I think people need to start becoming more aware of these things, because then we can start placing focus on actual resolutions versus fighting amongst ourselves and thinking oh, pointing the finger against the person working at McDonald's who has hundreds of these billions, right? Now that shit was just one singular fucking billion. And these companies have hundreds of billions of dollars. There is no physical way that anybody could even spend that on this planet in 20 fucking lifetimes, much less for one individual to have hundreds of these, much less for there to be people who are dying under these companies working 2 or 3 jobs for them. And then we're looking at the people who are wanting to make $15 an hour and thinking that that is an insane ask. And I understand that every time we raise prices of wage, or every time we raise the wages, that other individuals, the prices of everything else goes up. This is the fucking point I'm trying to make. It's instead of, focusing so much on the wages specifically, maybe we need to start figuring out how to, I wouldn't say cap or limit what people make, but we should probably figure a way out to distribute that, or at least fix some shit. You can quite literally fix almost every problem in the fucking world with that money. You can end world hunger. You can set up better infrastructure. You can set up better education, and probably still have money left over to shit and wipe your ass with. But people are so disillusioned and don't even think that that's a problem. These are the same individuals who get endlessly supported by countless people who think that it's just okay for this to be a thing. These are the people who think that, they're going to work their way into $1 billion. These are the people who think they're going to, pull themselves up by the bootstrap. And these are the people who then support these companies shitting in their mouths and calling it fucking anything. There is no war in Bossing Say. There is no war in Bossing Say. I don't think people truly understand, you are fucking brainwashed. It's not even cute. It's scary how disillusioned people are in this fucking country. I think, and I say this with love, some humans are nothing more than chattering fucking apes. And I think that there needs to be, humanity is a piece of work. Humanity is sometimes insufferable. And navigating through the constructs that humanity has created for us, it's it's sometimes mind-blowing. And again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with anybody who is wealthy or who has wealth or who has abundance or who has tapped into that. But there is a point in which that just becomes excessive and you literally just cannot do anything with that. Like, you just, I mean, unless you can figure out how to spend $1 billion, unless you think that's an actual possible thing for somebody to do, much as somebody who has hundreds of those, like you pretty much can buy the world at that point. You literally have enough money to just buy the world basically at that point. You can start buying fucking whole ass countries basically with billions of dollars. Like, it's, but anyway. I guess we can still argue if it's a bad thing to tip somebody $4 so they can have a fucking meal. If somebody should be getting paid minimum wage, if the minimum wage should be more than like $10. And if it's just okay for corporate companies to keep on just raising prices when they are making hundreds of billions of dollars off of our labor to begin with. An analogy that I was given is like, oh, say your friend puts $100 in the slot machine and then you just push the button. Do you get the prize? I'm like, that would be a nice analogy if I wasn't the fucking slot machine. In these cases, we are the fucking slot machines that are operating, pushing these fucking prizes out. So it would be one thing if, but. And we are so, the hand is so far shoved up our rectums that it's not even like that these are the default responses that people tend to have about these conversations because it's just that much instilled that this is a normal thing. Like, I wish aliens would come and fuck this shit up. Like, please. I think we need it. I think we really, really need it. Especially understanding, like, humans, humanity. Like, I can't, humanity is a piece of work. And all I can do is hope that if I were to ever acquire wealth, that I will be able to utilize that in a way that then benefits other individuals, that will then hopefully help eradicate these things. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not the person who wouldn't want to be bougie and wouldn't want to fly across the world and have all these trips and enjoy all these things. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But in that exact same breath, maybe we could help another person out along the way. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you could just sprinkle a little something to somebody and spread the love. But peace and blessings, and I hope you guys have a great night. Before I keep on ranting about this, I could rant about this shit for decades.